More than 7 months ago, former President Mike Hogan abruptly left the University of Connecticut. But today I'm proud to announce the appointment of Dr. Susan Herbst as UConn's next president and the first woman to serve as president in UConn's 133-year history. The selection of Susan was an intensive 6-month national search. She is a highly qualified individual, exactly what we set out to get. She has exceptional leadership abilities, a strong vision, a strong academic background, and an in-depth understanding of public higher education. Both the board and search committee have the utmost confidence in her ability to effectively work with all of UConn's stakeholders. We had a very strong pool of candidates, but Susan was the unanimous choice, and I'm sure all of you will enjoy meeting and working with Susan. She is warm, energetic, and a dynamic leader. Her passion and love for higher education will serve as an inspiration to the entire university community. It gives me a great honor now to introduce Governor Rell.
Thank you, Larry, and good afternoon to all of you, and thanks for joining us today for this very exciting announcement. You know, selection of the president for our flagship university is really a challenging process, and it should be. You know, choosing someone really, to put it very bluntly, they're going to have an awesome responsibility. And I use that word awesome in the oldest sense, thinking in terms of inspiring admiration or wonder. And certainly Susan has that. She has inspired us already just by meeting with us and talking with us. And I'm excited with, and Larry hit on it too, her enthusiasm and her vision. And it's just great to, to have her. But I have to tell you, when you're thinking in terms of a president, think about the awe-inspiring role that they actually have. It's an opportunity to mold minds. It's an opportunity to guide the future of tens of thousands of young people. And it's an opportunity to manage and to improve a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. And frankly, to work with some of the most creative minds, brilliant minds in our society. Any one of these, anyone standing alone would be an opportunity, a rare opportunity indeed. But putting it all together, frankly, I'll use the word again, it is absolutely awesome. And in Susan, we have that. I'm impressed with her incredible energy, certainly her vision in that role, and I could not be more pleased with the selection. Hers is the face of the future of UConn. She brings youth and vitality to the position that will galvanize the university system, its students, its parents, the faculty and staff. And I'll say it again, she brings unsurpassed energy. Just having the opportunity to, I see all of you back there nodding like this. Susan, you've got a lot of energy to live up to here. But I can tell you, just meeting with her and just talking with her last week was such a thrill to be able to just listen to her ideas and her vision and just talking. And you could see the hands going like this, and you knew right there that she was energetic and thrilled about the prospects. Her vision for making UConn the top public university in the nation, and I will tell you that her sense of humor is infectious. Her intellect, unquestioned, and her commitment to excellence, unparalleled. And as you've already heard, she will be the first woman to head the University of Connecticut. I just whispered to her, I said, someday we won't have to say that we are among the first anymore. It will be a given. So this week, frankly, UConn is making history on and off the courts with its women. And Dr. Herbst comes to UConn with tremendous wealth of experience and knowledge. You've heard her background. I won't repeat it all. She's held top spots in many places, the author of many books. But I have to tell you, one of those recent books certainly caught my eye, and that one is entitled Rude Democracy: civility and incivility in American politics. Now, I know that the Middlesex Chamber of Commerce speech is already done, but I think there's a little time to do a little more Christmas shopping. I think I could add that to a few stocking stuffers this year. But in all seriousness, we are thrilled, we're pleased to have Dr. Herbst in this new role. She comes at a time, I think, of great excitement and great potential for the University of Connecticut. And UConn continues to transform. You look at this campus and it has never been more beautiful, more exciting, more modern, more advanced place to be. Our facilities are among the finest in the nation. Our academic attainment of the students has never been higher. And there is, I'm sure, even more of a great challenge and more thrills seeking us in the future with the University of Connecticut Health Center in Farmington. I believe we have chosen a leader that is well suited to continue the progress that we have made, a leader who understands where we are and where we want to go. And I thank everyone on that search committee. It was a difficult task, and we had great candidates who applied. I also want to take a moment to say thank you to Phil Austin. Phil once again stepped in to lead this campus and, of course, the system that he has loved and served for so long, and we appreciate his dedication to the University of Connecticut. But most of all, I want to say a special thank you to Dr. Herbst. Thank you for your willingness to take on this role. It's exciting, it's challenging, and I look forward to a more formal installation in the very near future. Good luck, Susan. We wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Now it gives me a great honor to introduce incoming Governor Dan Malloy.
Thank you. Governor Rell, let me begin by thanking you for your years of service to the people of the state of Connecticut. That service continued this year to the joining of this effort to hire great leadership for the university in the future. And I personally want to thank you for allowing me to participate in the end stages of this process and to have had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Herbst as one of the finalists. So thank you very much, Governor. Larry, thank you very much for the way that you have comported yourself in this selection process. Outstanding leadership is recognized, and yours has been recognized time and time again. But this is yet another example of your great leadership in moving a diverse group of people through a selection process to identifying 3 outstanding candidates and ultimately to selecting one of those candidates. And I want to thank you for your great leadership. Phil Austin, who became a friend of mine way back when in the early 1990s when he joined UConn and I was the mayor and in Stamford, and when we had the pleasure of opening the UConn campus. I would like to talk to you about that campus at some point. I want to thank Phil for his leadership of this institution and his willingness to take on this very important, albeit temporary, assignment that he has filled with great grace as well. And so thank you, Phil, for your leadership. I want to say again that this search produced outstanding applicants, many outstanding applicants, and 3 truly outstanding individuals, any one of which could have led this institution on its continuing road to greatness. But I do believe and heartily endorse the selection of Dr. Herbst to be the head of this great institution. She does, in fact, possess all of the qualities that have been mentioned heretofore on this day, and I'm sure throughout her life, as people have worked with her, they've given accolades, well-deserved accolades to her leadership. But I do, for just one moment, not only want to endorse and thank Dr. Herbst for her accepting this responsibility, but I also want to speak on a more broad basis to the people of the state of Connecticut. As the governor-elect, I want them to know that I look forward to having a strong working relationship with this university and the other public universities within the state. But we need to bring our organizations closer together, state government and this university. We need to work on behalf not just of our students and faculty on this campus and its other campuses, but to make sure that we do all we can in this state to revive our economy, to produce jobs, to present a labor force ready to accept challenges on an international competition basis. I know that Dr. Herbst is the person who's best prepared to move this university in that direction. I want to be her partner in doing that as governor of the state of Connecticut, and I look forward to years of working with her as we travel this road together. Dr. Herbst, congratulations on your selection.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here. Again, many thanks to Chairman Larry McHugh, to Vice Chair Tom Ritter, to the governors, Rel and Malloy, to President Austin, who has been such a wonderful support these last few weeks, and to so many terrific people I've met already at UConn who have given me this tremendous opportunity. Connecticut has invested fearlessly in higher education. It is the envy of the nation. When Connecticut invested so much in its capital plan to beautify and improve this campus, all eyes were on this state. When I told professional colleagues around the country, presidents, professors, legislators, friends, family, that I would be joining UConn as the president, there was an audible gasp, then a delighted shout, UConn! Our reputation as a university in athletics, in academics, in medicine, performance, the beauty of multiple campuses is known far and wide. And the future is incredibly bright, even in these tough times. A university with big dreams and all of this talent in a state that supports higher education with so much passion cannot falter. Far from it, this is our time. While other universities panic and they wring their hands about the future, we will be busy planning for our bold future with the governor, with the legislators, with all of our stakeholders in the UConn community. As president, I promise 3 things into the future. UConn will first be open and welcoming to all. This university belongs to the people of Connecticut, and we want your ideas, we want your support, we want your counsel, even we want your critique, so we can serve you better. Second, we will be incredibly careful stewards of precious state and federal dollars, mindful of our responsibilities. We will be a return on investment, and we will do our part in this state's economic recovery. Third, finally, most importantly, we will take the best possible care of your sons and daughters whom you entrust to us at the university. They are the future, and we'll watch them, we'll nurture them, we'll help them to become model citizens of this state and of this nation. America is in a down mood, if you listen to the pundits, but not at UConn, where thousands of ambitious, talented young people are ready to change the world. We have so much to be grateful for this holiday season in Connecticut, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. So thank you.
Okay, we'll open up to any questions from the media at this point.
I guess sort of a question for the governor-elect is, particular. The fiscal problems, there have been comments here about how you're going to maintain what you have at UConn, but obviously you're going to be dealing with fiscal problems the next year or so, or longer. Anything anticipated in terms of cuts at UConn or at any of the other state universities?
Well, you know, with respect to budgetary matters facing the state of Connecticut, we're not in this alone. There are 47 or 48 states that are facing deficits. We happen to have one of the larger, if not largest, per capita projected deficit. We're going to get through this. We're going to support our educational institutions. We're going to be ever looking for more efficiencies to be created by those institutions, every institution of government. But I also believe that we can properly support the university. I will ask the faculty and leadership of this university to save money wherever they can, or to do it maybe a little bit differently, to plow it back into the students and their needs. And to truly make sure that at all of our universities we have a student-centered educational policy. But I don't doubt that we'll be able to support this institution and the others at an appropriate level.
Any other questions?
I'd like to ask Dr. Herbst if she's had any chance to sort of do any research on UConn or any ideas about where you might start, things you might. I talked to someone down in Georgia today who told me that you're so high energy and that you'll find, you're always proposing interesting things to change and such. Anything that you've seen so far that you think you might work UConn?
Well, I have studied the university extensively, but there's still a lot I don't know, and I'll have to learn from faculty, staff, students, the trustees, legislators, all the stakeholders. But I do think that the university is already in tremendously good condition. And again, it's because of this investment of the state over so many years. So this is already a wonderful university. It is the envy of the nation. That said, there's farther to go. We need to boost our research mission. We need to graduate more students more quickly. We need to continually work on our facilities. We need to try to save money. We do need to be a better return on investment for the state of Connecticut, not only in down times, but also into the future. We need to work on technology transfer, invention. But again, most of all, we want our students to be safe and we want them to be happy. And I'm assuming, back to the athletics theme, that this is some kind of women's basketball jersey of some sort. So maybe I'll stay out of that.
What are 2 or 3 things you might do to improve the research standing of UConn? There's a lot of talk about that. What do you bring to the table with that?
Well, I have to study it more with the provost and the other folks who are on the ground here. But it seems to me that you can't boost the research mission until you hire more faculty. Faculty are the heart of the university, certainly the heart of the research and teaching mission, and you will not have more invention, more discovery without more faculty. So we need to think about where the faculty are deployed right now and the kind of support they need. So it's faculty, but it's also the infrastructure to support them. So those are things that I'll be looking at to work on with the research mission. Also, and it's not just true at the University of Connecticut, but across the country, as a lot of data has shown in recent times, universities are not doing enough with technology transfer, taking the great ideas of faculty and invention and turning them into marketable commodities and into companies.
As was mentioned before, our UConn's last president left rather abruptly and earlier than some might have expected. So my question is, do you think this is a place you might want to stick around for a while?
Yeah, absolutely. This, for me,
She better.
as I told Larry before, this is my dream job. For me, being at a flagship university in a state that really cares in higher education and has shown that by investing billions of dollars here, for me, that's the best I could do. I hope to stay for a long time, as long as the board has me and thinks I'm effective.
Where are you going to live?
In the president's house on Oak Hill,
On campus.
on campus.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Well done. Yeah, absolutely.